Let's go. What up, YouTube? It is your guy Josh, aka Rezrection, and I am continuing this Cancun vlog with y'all on YouTube. This is part 2 of my wonderful trip that I had in Cancun, Mexico, a little over a week ago now, and I must say I am missing Cancun so much right now. So just a quick heads up before I proceed with the video, I just want y'all to know that I actually was not able to get a lot of footage on certain days. So there's gonna be parts where I'm gonna kind of be narrating and kind of giving some insight and input, if you will, to this footage that, you know, I'm going to show you in this video. The whole reason why I went out there with my girlfriend, of course, and some other friends, was to celebrate a wedding for a really good friend of ours. You are watching this, Stephanie and Sean. You guys had a wonderful wedding. I am so happy for you both, and I really wish you guys nothing but the best. Thank you for inviting us and having us as your guests at that wonderful and private ceremony that you guys had for the wedding. You know, I'm very humbled and I am very blessed to be a part of that. So from the last video, if you guys are continuing right after the end of the first video, or the first part that I uploaded, you will see that we pretty much went to hang out with the bride and the groom and the guests that will be or that attended the wedding. It was a great thing, you know. It was all cool vibes. You got to meet some of the groomsmen and the bridesmaids and some of the guests that are gonna be there, kind of talk, take a couple of shots, and, you know, just kind of socialize a little bit. So that was fun. It was pretty late at night at that point, so we after that all ended, we just decided to go back up in the rooms and kind of just rest up a bit and go to bed for the next day. I honestly don't even remember the days. I woke up the next morning and I believe we got room service that morning, and they had breakfast delivered to our room number, so that was very nice of the room service there to do that. And of course it was all free of charge, all inclusive, baby. Free 99, I'm loving it. I don't know what I'm singing. That's my own song. On the real though, shout outs to Fiesta Americana Condesa. Y'all had a really great resort. Your staff was nothing more than friendly. Y'all treated us like family, and for that I want to thank you guys. Yeah, fast forward later in the day, I believe it was the wedding day. The wedding was on a Saturday. I didn't get much footage of the wedding because it was actually supposed to be like a private ceremony, so I got as much footage as I could, as you can see right here. All in all, I think I got some pretty decent footage. You know, it was outside. Obviously the wedding was outdoors, right by the beach side, and there was like a patio and they had everything set up. The weather was perfect. The sunset was nice. It was around 4 p.m. and it was phenomenal. It looked beautiful. The wedding, of course, was a very intimate wedding. It was very small. It was really just meant for really close friends and family of the bride and groom, and like I said, I'm very grateful to have been part of that special day for those two.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to first introduce you to Mr. and Mrs. Stephanie and Sean Pacheco.
Right after the wedding ceremony ended, you know, obviously we were gonna go eat and drink and have fun and all that stuff, which was pretty cool. And shortly after that, we all kind of moved over to where the reception would be, and it was in a hall at the resort. And yo, let me tell you this, the funny thing is that the guys that we were seated in the tables that was serving us, yo, this guy kept giving us shots, man. I was pretty buzzed, I'm not gonna lie. Dude kept bringing shots, and every time he kept bringing us shots and I said no more, put another one on the table. And so that was kind of crazy, and I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to get messed up to the point where I'm gonna black out, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all if you've ever been to Mexico, but the alcohol there is like 10 times stronger than it is here in the States. I'm just being real with y'all.
Just drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!
Now, don't get it twisted. I am really not that heavy of a drinker. In fact, I am very lightweight. It only takes me a few shots for me to get buzzed, and then at that point, I just keep talking and talking and talking. I'm a social drunk. I talk way too much to the point where it's like, I need to shut up. As a matter of fact, I'm talking way too much right now. Wow. The reception was memorable itself, and it was really nice. You know, we got down, had a lot of drinks. As far as I know, I don't think anybody got hurt, which is a good thing. But yeah, it was all good vibes, and we just partied like there was no tomorrow. But you know, like for real, I drank way too much. Pretty much, that's how the wedding went that day. That whole day was just dedicated to the wedding. The trip, I was there for a little over a week. And I didn't really do much. I mean, really, between me, my girlfriend, and the bride and groom, other than the wedding, we did a lot of eating. We did a lot of swimming, a lot of sunbathing, going to the beach. That's pretty much it in the resort. We didn't really go out outside the resort except for one of the days. So we were actually fortunate and blessed to go and explore one of the 7 wonders of the world. Ooh.
Oh yeah!
But nonetheless, this whole event that we went on tour with was facilitated by, I'm gonna read from you guys, the company. It's called Azul Cancun, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But they basically picked us up from our resort early in the morning. I think it was like 7:30 in the morning we were down there. Shout outs to our tour guide, Itzel. She was a very, very great tour guide. There was like about 16 of us in this really, really large van. So it was really long, and it was really, really exhausting. Just, you know, going to this trip for that whole day, but I would not trade it for the world. It was a great experience. Also, remember when I said that the weather was phenomenal and beautiful at the resort in Cancun? It wasn't like that when we left. It was hot as all hell. I was sweating bullets when I was outside of the resort, and I was dying. Oh, it's hot.
You got a towel, man? It's kind of hot out here, man.
Why don't you purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka?
He had a quick pit stop, per Wikipedia, of course. A cenote is a natural pit or sinkhole resulting from the collapse of limestone bedrock and that exposes groundwater underneath. Especially associated with the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico, cenotes were sometimes used by the ancient Maya for sacrificial offering. Damn, I didn't know that. That's kind of freaky.
Now, young Skywalker, you will die.
I was pretty sure that there was no sacrifices happening when I was there, at least, because it was really, really beautiful when I went down there. I did not go swim in there, you know, obviously they kind of gave us a rundown. Our tour guide said, you know, listen, the cenotes are actually all natural. So what they had people do if they wanted to swim in the water in the cenote was they kind of had them cleanse. So they had to like take a shower and kind of wash their body. It could potentially damage the whole environment in the cenote, which makes sense. But I wanted to record for y'all and show you guys what it looked like for those of you who've never seen the cenote or who have never been there, because it was a really amazing scene. Yeah, so we are here at the cenote, and you can see right there, there's people swimming. It is definitely a scene that you do not see in California. That's for sure. Really nice. People swimming right here behind me. It's 45 feet deep. That's really deep, people. Fast forward after the cenotes and whatnot, we were actually going to get some grub before we went to Chichen Itza. We got to get some grub at a buffet. As far as I know, the buffet, I don't know if they paid for it, but we didn't pay for it. Maybe the tour guides did, but it was not bad. The food wasn't bad. It was a buffet, obviously can't complain, and they had some great entertainment. I'm leaving. For that, you know, it was time to go to Chichen Itza. We actually got to explore one of the 7 wonders of the world, Chichen Itza. Just a quick history 101. Chichen Itza, I'm going to read from my phone because I don't have this all planned in my brain, but basically Chichen Itza is a Mayan culture that can be seen in the splendid ruins of Chichen Itza. Oh, I just said Chichen Itza. I'm saying Chichen Itza so many times. Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza is also located in the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico. It was definitely far from Cancun. It was a couple of hours away. So it was kind of crazy because our tour guide, as we were going, driving over there, she was kind of showing us, you know, the area that as we were driving towards the Chichen Itza and the pyramid and whatnot, and she was telling us, you know, to beware because there's a lot of illegal people selling stuff there and illegal goods and whatnot. So yeah, we were warned beforehand, you know, as we were driving over there, and I was like, oh, it's probably not gonna be that bad, maybe like 1 or 2 people. Nah, bruh, this whole thing, I kid you not, when we got out of the van, the first thing that happened when we got out of the van, once we arrived at Chichen Itza, was a bunch of these like merchants or whatever storming us, holding sombreros and making, you know, these little jaguar sounds. That's what it sounded like.
The 365. If we take out just one step, we're not going to complete this calendar.
It's hot. It's really hot out here. Feels like 100 degrees, like no joke. This is like history. This is historic right here. It's definitely one for the books.
But it was not the end of the world. It was the end of this cycle.
I sacrifice my Jack's Knight, my Queen's Knight, and my King's Knight in order to summon Slifer!
You know, we got to explore and kind of walk around a little bit. Took pictures, videos. It was really cool, but it was hot as all hell. We did not have any bottled water. As soon as we got our pictures and our video, we immediately walked back at the tour guide bus. They picked us up, and then we made one more stop to I think it was like the downtown area of that area, and you know, there was actually a giant church that was there, and it was cool. We actually got to go inside and explore the little downtown area. Okay, so we went inside, but unfortunately we were not able to use any cellular or electronic devices in there. Obviously my camera being one of them, so I was not able to take any videos, photos, or any of that. But I will say that it was very, very authentic. The church is really, really big. Definitely can tell by walking in there. So pretty much, yeah, you know, that was it. We finished the day of that whole tour. Our tour guide, Itza, pretty much thanked us and had a really nice speech towards the end to kind of conclude our trip. She was great. You know, Fernando was great as well as a driver. When we got back to the States, you know, we had our layover in Houston. It was pretty random at the airport, to be honest with you. And this is why I say it was random. I have no idea why that bear was there. Now that I'm wondering about it, how the heck did that bear get past security? So yeah, you know, that was pretty much my trip. If you guys plan on traveling to Cancun, it is such a beautiful place. The water, the food, the culture, the people, everything over there, you know, at least from my experience, I didn't experience anything negative. Highly recommend it if you're planning on traveling. Going around the world. Cancun should be a place that you go to. Again, congratulations to the bride and groom, Stephanie and Sean. That's pretty much gonna wrap up this vlog, video, part 2, whatever you want to call it. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Hit the notification bell, all that great stuff. And yeah, you know, I'll see you guys on the next video. Attire and just kind of enjoying like the last night we have here. also, before I forget, I just wanted to shout out where we stayed. What was it called again?
Americana Condesa.
Oh yeah. I just want to shout out Fiesta Condesa. Fiesta Americana Condesa. It was Fiesta Americana Condesa. Did I get that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Check them out.